Mailbag question right now is from Kinnan5. He wants to know how to stop crossing routes. So he's getting carved up by crossing routes across the middle. What are some tactics he can use to stop crossers?
Sure, we'll take a look at a couple. And primarily, this is the way I've been slowing down crossers this year. So I've been calling a lot of the buck slant 3. It's very similar to the nickel normal that I was running, the nickel normal buck slant, but. Primarily, the deal with crossers is they don't beat you, like if I just play man-to-man, they don't beat you directly over the middle of the field. They beat you like where I have Stewart, like where you get beat on a crosser is like right here, right? Like they throw it here and then they scurry upfield for like a 15-yard gain and it, like right there, and then you get to the sideline and
they
go.
don't tackle,
Right.
Yeah.
So one idea is, okay, let me play man-to-man, all right? And then like this isn't a very extreme measure, but let's take a look at this. If I then put both safeties in buzz zones, and then I have everyone manned up, and then I use her to the halfback. Now, if you were to throw the crossing pattern, I have a buzz that comes down and collapses on it, so you won't get upfield.
Now, which buzz is that? Can you show specifically the assignment? Because I have buzz zones all the time in my base cover 4, and they don't. I think they aren't the curl flat ones, so they don't get there. It's tough.
It's specifically the curl flat that you want. Now, trust me, I understand that this defense, what I'm showing here from 2 men under, like, yes, you're going to get beat over the top on this. I'm very well aware of that. We're just showing you that if you have curl flat buzz zones on the field, they will do the job and take away that ability for them to stretch downfield, like once they catch and turn. That's the purpose of that buzz. So let me go back now. Let me just play. Let's just play a cover 3, right?
Now you could also maybe play one curl to flat, and then you could use her the other side, or you could drop, you know?
Well, the problem that becomes there, like in man-to-man, that's a good idea. I like that man-to-man. But if you take a look at zone, let's do this, right? Let's play zone here. I play curl flats. Just try and throw the crossers again when they get to the sideline. You'll see the same thing here. Like they're going to be a lot more space, but the same thing is going to apply. They're going to run into a defender, so it's the curl flat buzz zone that is going to prevent the sideline like yak
That
yards.
is the value from the cross, because anybody can throw like this crosser. Like you're never going to really like stop a 3 yard.
You can't stop. You got to pick that off.
You don't want to stop that. You want to pick it off one every 4 times.
Right.
What the best players do is they wait. Would you say this is the peskiest combo, the toughest thing to stop? Like
the peskiest combo. It's a combination of what you're seeing here, and then a deep post on top of it.
Right.
That's the peskiest combo because it forces you to say, what am I going to defend? Am I going to if I'm going to give up the sidelines, or am I going to give up the big 20-yard play over the middle of the field?
Right. Am I going to give you this, or am I going to then wait and then get hit by that? You know, a little deeper. But yeah, that right there.
And one other thing to note, I think that people probably will have a lot of frustrations, is how many new zones are there in Madden 17? There's like 14 new zones, however many there are, right? Well, in this play, I'm in a seam flat, and that's not the right buzz. The seam flat is going to like play match.
The seam flat's pretty stock. It's in most of the plays.
If you're in a stock blitz, a stock zone blitz, you're going to have a seam flat. And what I don't love about that is that they play like a match style zone coverage, and if you're running crossers, it can be something that's not advantageous, because look how they drift away. They drift away from the play. But if you watch, if I stay in the same play, I go see how the buzz zones say seam flat, and I play coverage audible up, and I go to a curl flat. Now I'm going to be in that same coverage, but they're going to come down and they're going to be ready and collapse on that play. See, he collapses, he comes down.
And you would think it would be the opposite. You think it would be under, because
well, a hard flat works,
but you want them to come down.
Right.
But instead it's up, that gives you the curl flat, and then they'll play better. Obviously, the hard flat will work.
Yeah, the hard flat works. What I don't love about it is
you get hit behind.
You can get like a pass lead that gets behind it, or like a corner, so it's a little risky. I think the underneath coverage, like this is going to be a better for you to like, do I need to stop? Do I need to play a riskier defense?
Yeah.
Well, then play the hard flat, because he might collapse on that and make a play. I think over time you're going to find that the curl flat is going to be best for you, because it's going to defend a lot more options.
Yeah.
Whereas the hard flat is going to do one thing and do it really well. Like the hard flat is going to take it away. The curl flat's going to be able to kind of play both. Over the course of a game, curl flat is like your best, most versatile zone. One other thing I want to note here real quick.
How did you change it from a seam flat to a curl flat? What's the buttons?
Coverage audible, so you hit the Y button, triangle on PlayStation 4, and then the right stick up, which is, see how it says over the top coverage on the right stick?
Yep.
Right above your head, like right here.
Yep.
Right there. Over the top coverage, and now it changes to curl flats. If I do that same thing, but flick it down, it changes your flats, your zones into hard flats.
Got it.
Another thing I want to talk about here, it's another way people are using these crossing patterns. You know the pesky old dragon route out of the backfield? Let's see if
Yeah.
you have one. I want to show you a great way to defend these.
You know I want one.
I know you want them. We got to find if there's one in this playbook. What playbook are you in?
Broncos.
Oh, they have one.
Oh, they got them.
Yeah, so go to, keep going. We're going to find one. Actually, go to gun tight, the gun 4 wide. Snugs, yeah, I think Snugs. It's weird. You're not that.
You know they got a dragon.
Pretty sure they have one. Right there, drive, halfback, drag. Okay, so this is an example of, like, the dragon routes are really effective, right?
Which is the RB route.
It's the RB route. So, for example, this is kind of something similar. Like, see, you have Beckham, he runs the deep cross, and you have Matthews and RB. So just motion on Matthews. So ends up happening, and
Which
then
way?
Matthews, left Matthews. There's 2 Matthews.
Couple Matthews.
So motion out left, and throw to the halfback. The halfback is the guy like most people target here. Like, he runs such a crisp route, and then he kind of gets upfield to make a play. What I've noticed and what I've seen people do, and I've messed around with myself, the best way to take this away, watch this. If I were to play man-to-man, you'd think that this is the best way, right? Put a flat over here like this.
Right.
Now run the dragon real quick to the halfback. You would think that's the best way to like ultimately take it away. But see how there's a canali?
Yeah.
There's a canali, right?
Yeah.
Well, take a look at this little Larry right here. If you take the defender on the opposite side of the field, put him in a flat, now I'm in man, the timing of him drifting away from the line and then going over there puts him in a better position to collapse on the ball. This is across the board. If you run into anyone that runs a dragon route out of the backfield, you want to do it to the inside D tackle on the opposite side of the halfback. Play man-to-man is an option, but any flat drop from that position, you're going to see RB runs over, and he is bam in position to make a play on the ball.
If you do it from the safety, he's too far out. He gets too wide.
Right. So again, if I were to go even with Ware here, watch Ware doesn't. He's not in a 3-point stance. So the snap of the ball, he just drifts, right? And like, there's going to be a canali there.
Yeah.
You go. Now, then you say, well, Gibbs, why don't you just do it to the other D tackle? Well, he's going to run to the right.
He's going to go to the left, or
right.
to the other side of the field.
Right.
Yeah,
so you need to do it to the interior inside D tackle on the opposite of the halfback, and he's going to be in perfect synchronization with him. So just a little pro tip out there that's another way people love these crossing patterns and then to attack you.
I like it. I like it a lot. Yep. All right. Good first question on how to stop crossers right there. Do you blitz against crossers?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All day.
Because you gotta get him. Because you like you said, you can never stop just like that. Not that you would ever really want to. But if I'm forced to hold this ball to hit Matthews,
right?
Like if I have to go 1-1000, 2-1000, 3-1000, and then I'm hitting him there,
right?
You could sack me before I could throw that. That happens quite a bit.
Here's the setup I have for crossing patterns. It's the nickel 2-4-5 or 2-3-6. I go base align. I keep defensive switch on. Just to keep, as a reminder, I still play that on and I'm loving it, right? Because it always sets your defense up for run defense. From here, I like to base a line. I crash the line out. I then take this Roby here. I blitz him off the edge, and then you can mess around with moving Crick somewhere. I like to leave him sometimes, and then where I usually spy, and then I kind of reposition Marshall here. So this is my setup. This is anything like underneath. I need to take away underneath things, and then you have the flats, you have a spy, you have a couple hooks underneath, and you get some pretty good pressure. Here it is. Go. And you got the cloud flats on the outside with your buzzes. There it is, fine. You picked it up, you rolled out, you picked it up, and then we got a lot of underneath zones to take it away.
Nice.